She not only remembers past lives, she also remembers the existence between those past lives, existence in the ether, in the spirit world. She remembers what it is like not to have a body, what it is like to be in a timeless existential condition, and be only energy in the form of a group of ideas that define her. Therefore she remembers, and she knows that there is no material world, and that there is no solid body, remembering that from higher densities there is no matter as such, therefore there is no material body either, only the idea that we have one. So, from there she unconsciously manifests, or causes her own body to be only energy, or ether from our point of view, giving her the very annoying, obnoxious, incredible, bothersome, irritating and skepticism-causing capacity to pass through what the rest of the people consider to be solid walls, being as easy for her to pass through a solid titanium bulkhead wall, or through a Japanese rice paper wall. She knows there is no body and there is no wall. And this is why she has said many times before, that her knowing all this, makes her not be really alive in the strictest of terms. She considers herself to be a spirit that can become solid in order to interact with the rest of the people. But she also clearly states that is exactly what we all are, spirits having an illusory solid experience. The only difference is that she remembers what she really is, while most other people forget that, and attach themselves to the idea that all what exists is solid matter and not spirit, with this forgetting who they truly are, in favor of a solid experience. But the simplest and biggest resistance to Sophia from the larger public is that it is very difficult to conceive such a young child to have such wisdom and so much information and knowledge in her young little head, causing many to conclude that in reality it is a much older person who is talking or writing, and only passing off as a child. But I must insist in the obvious, she is not human. And this is made worse when someone notices that she can speak and write fluently, no less than 20 different languages, mostly from Earth, including ancient Egyptian, ancient Greek, and Latin. She can also play the violin and the piano, including complicated pieces of music and with an amazing skill. But as she herself has explained many times, it's not like she knows all that, it is more like she is channeling the information from the field, and she is only translating it into this reality. Next, I must clear out another common misconception, and a very dangerous one for Sophia. All this what I have just explained above about her having full memory, and no veil of forgetfulness, does not mean she is a little adult. She is not an adult in a child's body. She is very much a child, and very much into interests and reactions of her age, and this may cause somewhat of a dichotomy, but she's been able to incorporate this very well into her personality. Her whole way of being, talking and interacting with people is perfectly in accordance with what would be expected from a 10 to 11-year-old girl, but she does have the capacity to talk, and to pass off as an adult whenever she wants, especially when she wants to be taken seriously. She passes most of her time playing with her dolls, and with all the houses, starships, vehicles and buildings she makes for herself, using cardboard she cuts and glues together, although she also uses other materials, to the point where sometimes you can hear her cutting something with a saw, or welding metal in her room, sometimes setting off the fire alarms as well. This is something that the Taygetans here sometimes find very annoying, because they are very protective of her and they feel she could get hurt. And she does get hurt. We know her to have a propensity for accidents of all kinds because she likes to jump, and once she is in the air, she then calculates where it's best to land. She runs around the ship wearing only socks, so she is slipping and falling all the time. She's been run over by walking people several times, and once with a bicycle because she doesn't look before moving into somewhere, and she even had a misfortunate encounter with a prickly thorny bush she ran into at high speed, which thorns had to be removed with tweezers one by one, by the ship's surgeon. And each time she has an accident, or slips and falls down, she will always end up crying. So yes, she cries a lot, as any other 10-year-old girl would, I guess. Although I don't remember having cried that much or that often when I was her age. Sophia is a beautiful, little wise girl, with a large load of memory on her back, and all what that means and brings. She is full of joy and likes to live inside her own world of thoughts and imagination. Sophia has also taken a lot of abuse from many people since her arrival, because many treat her as an adult, and also because they have been very skeptical about her because in their little worlds they cannot conceive a little girl to have all that capacity. People on the web, on YouTube and on social media have bad-mouthed and abused her a lot, causing her to form like a shield, making people think that she is tough, or even as tough as a World War II general, but she is not, and even though she may try very hard to be tough, she is still a sweet little girl. But all that abuse in social media during the last 4 years has caused her not to show her vulnerable side, so she always makes an effort to look very strong and tough, and that gets reflected even in most of her photos, where she likes to be portrayed as serious and even angry at times. But she also recognizes that she has also received much love and appreciation from her friends online, in social media, and with who she works with to the present day. And that is the real reason why she continues to share her information and thoughts with you all. And yes, she's made mistakes, as we all do, and she has suffered a lot because of them, because she is also learning, and that brings us to another misconception. She does not know everything. She is a little girl and she is learning as she goes along, as we all are, and she makes mistakes and she cries because of them. She is not all-powerful and she also gets tired and needs to stop. There is only so much her little body can do before needing to rest. I guess we all miss knowing what she was like before age 7, an even younger child full of wisdom, but as she herself explains, it was not the same back then, because even though she did remember past lives and all that, her little body was not physically capable of translating all that energy in the form of memory into the physical, because her body needed a certain level of nervous and physiological maturity in order to be able to function at that level. And even today she is not yet physically fully developed, obviously, so we can only speculate how she will be when she gets older, because she is growing up, as all children do. But the most important thing I want you all to take away from this video is that Sophia is just a child, not a little adult. She may be wise, and she may know a lot of things, but she is just a child and she loves to play and to live in her imaginary worlds, as any other kid her age. Sophia is just a little young girl, a child. And I can't say much more in order to protect her, because she is a minor. Thank you all for listening to my video. Much love for you all, take care and see you next time. And as a last note, I have the same strange and awkward capacities Sophia has. I can do all what she can, and I remember everything as well, just as she does. I'm just a little older, that's all. Sophia and I are two sides of the same coin. Take care and see you later. Sophia Swaruu.